Welcome to the final night of the Champions League football. Of course, today we are going to watch Inter Milan against PSG. It's Allianz Arena. Two teams that have managed to ensure that they are at the final. Of course, before we went into this final, PSG had to beat two good teams, and that was Arsenal and Liverpool. And of course, Inter Milan managed to go past Bayern and Barcelona, who are also favorites. Tonight is Allianz Arena, who is going to be the champion of Europe. But first, before we go into everything, it's Fans with Mics on the streets with Peter.
Olunaku olwaleero zigenda bbeera essaawa 4 ez'ekiro nga ttiimu ya Inter Milan etunka ne bannaffe aba PSG. Omupiira guno tugenze okujja mupiira guno nga twali tusuubira Arsenal bannaffe abaganas banaasobola kubanga nti olunaku olwaleero be banaasamba Champions League Finals wa season eno, naye tekyasoboka nti no baakubibwa ttiimu ya PSG emu egisobodde okusamba. Kakati mukanyomero kaffe kano aka Mike to the Streets ngenda kutuzaako abawagizi ba Manchester United wamu n'abawagizi ba Chelsea ne Barcelona nga bagenda kuba bawa endowooza zaabwe ku kiki basuubira. Ku saidi kuno nina abawagizi ba Real Madrid n'owa Barcelona, ne ku saidi kuno nina abawagizi babiri aba Manchester United bagenda kutuwa endowooza zaabwe kiki basuubira. Nga ku mukono guno nyimirira omukulu Wanzala Alam, nyimirira n'omukulu Issa Abiri Eri nga bagenda kuba batuwa endowooza zaabwe kiki basuubira ku omupiira guno ogwaleero ne omukulu Medi mwagizi wa Manchester United lukule bagenda kutuwa endowooza zaabwe kiki basuubira ku lunaku olwaleero. Nga on my left I have my friends, one is a Real Madrid fan, another omulala awagira timu ya bannaffe aba Barcelona nabo abaakubwa timu ya Inter Milan nga ebakuba okubajja mu kikopo ekya Champions League. Kakati katandike n'omukulu Medi. Mukulu Medi zigenda bbeera essaawa nyanga timu ya bannaffe aba Inter Milan basamba ne PSG. Osuubira PSG enaasobola okuwangula omupiira ogw'olunaku olwaleero. Mu kanyomero kaffe kano aka Mike to the Streets tukutuusaako endowooza ze tusuubira nti nno gwe omwagizi wa timu yo gy'olowooza nti no omupiira gugenda kukola ki. Manchester United teyasobola kuwangula kuyitamu kukiika mu Champions League. Olowooza PSG enaasobola okuwangula ekikopo olunaku olwaleero okufuna ekikopo kyabwe ekisooka. Mukulu Medi nkwaniriza.
Neyanziza ssebo amanya n'eddoboozi nze Medi Wangubo Chavez omwagizi wa Manchester United. Omulamu ogwaleero guli wakati wa Inter Milan ne timu ya PSG. Ndowooza ebyamaanyi tusooke tubize ku mabbali, ebikopo bigenda kujja. PSG nganze wenzize njiraba kozi nze omu ku bantu abagamba abantu nti semi-final ya Inter Milan, actually semi-final ya PSG ne Arsenal gy'emipiira gye twali tulina otunuulira okubeera nga turesolvinga ani agenda osamba final. Nali musanyufu nnyo nga PSG ejja mu timu ya Arsenal ngero omwagizi wa maani wanaabeera. But today we are going to see a final where we expect pedigree to presume nti PSG egobe ekikopo namba emu, naye ate Inter Milan ekikopo kino yakiwangulako lwakuba nti tuzze tulaba history ng'akola ki akyuka nga walaba timu ya Manchester City ng'ejja ekiwangula omulundi ogusooka ng'ekuba Inter Milan. So to me I expect mu basambi nga Ousmane Dembele who is on form, nensubira omusambi nga Dowi ali ku form, actually n'omusambi nga Kvaratskhelia, nti abasambi abo basobola okuleadinga PSG okubanga omupiira guno ekola ki egujjayo. Wewato tugenda kusa Inter Milan because we have seen Inter Milan play very good football. Nti bazze bajje mu timu ya Barcelona nga no one expects it. Bajje mu timu ya Bayern Munich where everyone thought nti Bayern had a upper hand. Okitegeera. So kati olunaku olwaleero what I expect more nti PSG ne Inter Milan is going to be a very competitive game. Naye nze fully ngamba nti Inter Milan egenda kuwangula omupiira ogwaleero by 2-1 because it has a better defensive advantage than Paris Saint-Germain. Neyanziza ssebo.
Katugendeko ew'omukulu Issa Abiri Eri nga tubadde twakalaba Chelsea akawangula Conference League. Awaki ku ndowooza ye nti no tugenda kubanga tusamba Champions League wa season ejja. Yese omukulu Eri.
Ze kyensuubira guno omupiira sinabagugaba nnyo, naye apa side njiwa Inter. Ba Inter yinza okukwata ku break. Tunuulira empiira PSG gyezze ng'esamba ebadde passinganye ngetuuka ne ku box n'elemererwa okukola ki okuteeka omupiira mu katimba, naye Inter kukwata ku break nekozesa chances zaayo emu bbiri nga yakukubye eddala. Okitegeera kati nze omupiira guno obutamala nnyo obudde nze ndabira ddala nga omupiira guno Inter agenda gugoba ku goals nga 2-0.
Wanzala tuwe endowooza yo ku mupiira ogw'olunaku olwaleero. Manchester United yalemererwa okubanga egenda kika mu Champions League wa season ejja. Tuwe endowooza yo bannaffe abakuba timu ya Arsenal Arsenal yali yesunze okusamba Champions League. Actually nabamu kufe twalowooza ndino season eno Arsenal egenda kubanga etwala ekikopo neeremererwa. Kati tuwe endowooza yo kikyolowooza timu kikyolowooza egenda osobola okuwangula timu kikyolowooza egenda osobola okuwangula olunaku olwaleero.
Ku mpira oguli ogwaleero watuna empira gibadde gijja timu gye basinza okukuba ye Arsenal eswaza nnyo. Awo Arsenal ye timu esinza okukubwa wadde yakola history nekuba Madrid, naye timu eyakuba Arsenal yegenda otwala Champions League ate ye PSG. Why? Arsenal has bad luck, very bad. And watunulia ompira gwa PSG is really good at playing the game. Even if it was Barcelona to qualify, to not make it. Look at PSG's range. Games yajiddemu yakuba Liverpool, and Liverpool was not an easy team by that time. Neja nekwata Arsenal nemusibula home and away. So nzenganza, I don't have many words, but Arsenal bahumule, but they have no future. Arsenal, as they say, Elinga Siri tulinda season ejja. So but PSG is taking the game.
Bwetto bwe tubadde olunaku olwaleero mu kanyumero kaffe kano aka Make the Streets. Katuddeyo erigwe mukulu Yusufu oyongere okutuwa endowooza yo kikyolowooza n'abali eyo balongere okutuwa endowooza zaabwe kiki balowooza ku mpira ogenda okubeerawo olunaku olwaleero. I sign out. It's a beautiful evening here at Yes Center. Fans with mics once again. Thank you very much, Peter, for that street talk. We are now here on the final of the European final. Everything is done. The games have been played, and the European Cup final is finally coming to an end in Germany, in the city of Munich. We have two clubs, of course, PSG from France and Inter Milan from Italy. Two teams, of course, the difference is the age. One is experience with an average age of 30 years, and that is Inter Milan. And of course PSG, who are a younger squad, about 24 years average. And now I have the fans here. I'm going to start with the lady. Lady, please come in front here. Fans with mics is here.
Yeah.
How do you see the game tonight?
I think PSG will win.
You want PSG to win?
Yeah.
Why do you favor PSG?
Because it's capable, according to the way their passes, the way they play. Me, I'm sure to win.
You like their beautiful play?
Yeah, the way they play. According to the last game I saw, PSG with Arsenal, the way they played, I think they will win.
You think they will win? PSG beat Arsenal and beat Liverpool to get to the finals. How do you seeing it?
Actually, for starters, I think she's a Man U fan. That's why she has said PSG will win.
She's a Man U fan.
So we know we have to accommodate those guys. But football was made in Italy, so it has to go to Inter Milan.
Okay, you?
I think PSG's attacking prowess will easily counter the old men of Inter Milan, and I think the brilliant young talent like Bradley Barcola, Desire Doué, and Ousmane Dembele will be able to outrun those old men of Inter Milan, and I think PSG will win this game. Yeah, that's what I'm rooting for.
What do you think will be the score tonight?
I think like 2-1 in favor of Inter Milan.
You're Inter Milan. The Italians so far have two fans. Who do you go for?
Yes, I'll go for Inter Milan. 2-1 in favor of Inter, of course. Yeah, looking at how they've been playing, I'll go for Inter Milan.
Because you're an Arsenal fan?
No. No. It's not about being a fan of Arsenal Man U, but now we are looking at the type of game they play. So like I'm very confident and I'm sure Inter Milan is going to win 2-1.
Okay, Jordan, you told me right now you're not feeling well, I know. First of all, you're putting on a KCCA jersey. I think KCC has lost to Vipers.
No. Football has lost.
Oh, someone said football has lost, but his KCCA has been beaten in the Uganda Cup. And now you might again lose in the European final.
No, it's a sad evening. Football has lost. KCC has been beaten by Vipers. Congratulations to Vipers anyway.
Okay, now let's cross over to Europe.
Champions League, I feel like the Champions League trophy is coming to Italy. Inter Milan is going to win the trophy. It's going to be a game with less goals, so I'll go for a 1-0 because both teams are good defensively. And yeah.
These teams are so calm on the ball. When you watch Inter Milan play, they are so calm, they can control the ball, they can pass it. When you watch PSG play, they're also very calm, they can play a waiting game and a patient game. Who are you going with? I saw you by the way, you're so happy. Are you a Vipers fan?
Well, I'm a friend of Vipers, but I am an Express fan. Express FC, Mukwano gwa Abanji, and Bull FC because of Ginger and Mbale Heroes. Those are my...
Mbale Heroes also mine.
Yes. Those are the teams that I fan. But for today, I can't be on the same side with him. Yeah.
So you're going for Inter, for PSG?
For the European final, this game, both of these teams, they are different in their own ways. As we have seen, Inter has mastered the art of defense. I think in the whole league phase, they managed to only concede 1 goal. That shows how their defensive prowess that they have. And with their experienced fullbacks of Dumfries and
Thuram.
Yeah, and
Thuram.
Yes, Marcus Thuram, the other side. I think the problem will come in with the other Georgia man and Dembele plus Due. If they can break down that defense early on, then they will manage to get something out of it. But it's going to be a tight game, full of precision. I'll go with PSG. But with what Inter Milan did to my Barcelona, I don't know. We shall keep calm till the final whistle.
Inter Milan beat Barcelona, they beat Bayern to squeeze their way to the finals of the European Championship. And of course we know, PSG didn't pass any easy path. They had to beat Arsenal, they had to beat Liverpool, 2 teams which were fancy to reach the finals. Where do you go?
This is a very complicated game. But if we are to look at these 2 teams, of course, you realize that PSG is going to dominate the ball so more than Inter Milan. On the other side, Inter Milan is so defensive and they have very quick transitions, as we can look at what happened to Barcelona. So when we look at conditions of these 2 teams, PSG is looking for his first trophy. Inter Milan is going for their second final in 3 seasons. So looking at this, it's going to be really, really so tight. But my final score is going to be a PSG win. But a narrow one. It could be 2-1.
Several have given us their predictions. Of course, it's a night of rewriting a new story, a night for 2 clubs that have always wanted to be champions. Of course, Inter Milan going it for the second time, PSG going on the second final once again. They lost the first one to Bayern Munich. Will they manage to win this time round? Fans with mics, where world football missed the streets, we shall be back at halftime to see who of these guys has made the right prediction. But as I say, everyone has his own prediction. Some are saying, of course, the Arsenal fans are saying the Inter Milan guys are. But we shall see, of course, whether it's the Arsenal or Manchester United fans. Do we have money here? Hey, okay. Yeah, we have Manchester United. Okay. So, Manchester United fans are favoring PSG. Arsenal fans want Inter Milan. We shall wait and see halftime. Fans with mics, where world football missed the streets. See you at halftime. It's halftime and the Parisians have it 2-0. It is against Inter Milan from Italy. And of course, like we started off, the Inter Milan fans are here. The PSG fans are also here.
We are here.
How did you see the game?
This game is so far so good.
So good.
Like me as a person, I am a PSG fan.
You're a PSG fan?
Yeah, I'm a Dembele fan, and so far we are doing what we expected.
How many goals did you expect to score?
We expect to score 3-1. We know in the second half we are going to score another 1 goal. Then in time maybe it's called a consolidation goal. They will give us 1, then it will end 3-1.
How do you see it? We've just watched the first half where Inter Milan has been dominated by the Parisians, and PSG are showing that being young probably is giving them an edge over the 30-year-plus team from Italy. How did you watch the game? Because we've seen Desiree, it's like he's running the whole show. He makes an assist for Hakimi and he scores in the 20th minute.
You know, those old men of Inter Milan are very tricky. They are very interesting because sometimes they leave you with the ball. You know, they like playing a counter-offensive game. Leave you with the ball, do all you can, and it's up to you. If you miss your chances and you don't utilize and captivate on that, you'll do what? You can be punished in the end with that. PSG has capitalized on all their chances. That's why they are currently winning
2-0 at halftime. Who has gotten the tactics better? Because of course we know that PSG was going to run more, but we didn't expect 2 goals at halftime.
Yeah, of course, definitely Lucho did his homework well, and that's why you see his side is dominating. They're here for the business. They caught the old men off guard. Like I said, those PSG young boys are electric. They're going to permeate through the Inter Milan defense without fear or favor. So, like I earlier said, I didn't expect it, of course, to turn out 2-0 at halftime. I expected a silent first half. By virtue of it being a final, you know, in most cases they start off trying to study what the other has brought on, and it just became action-packed from the beginning. And before you knew it, it was 1-0, 2-0, and right now it's a tall order for Inter Milan to get something from this game.
You don't look happy. What's up?
I'm not happy at all. It's been a boring first half. Football is losing again.
You believe football is losing?
Football is losing.
Age versus experience.
Yeah, anyway, that early goal from PSG was a very big advantage to them, because if you score an early goal in a final, you're at an advantage. Then the second goal, 70% sealed off the game. Right now, we can only hope for a comeback.
Okay. You've been watching the game? Ompira ogulabye otya? Sembera mukamera. Ompira ogulabye otya?
Ompira mulungi gukyatambula. Twatusubira PSG agenda kuba musajja.
Wadde omanyi PSG agenda kuba? So there's no surprise.
Of course.
Second half ogiraba otya?
Tugenda kuba goal 2 oba 3.
Mwabaki?
PSG.
PSG.
Yeah.
Wekakasa.
Kituufu Arsenal mwaviiramu awo.
Walayi kati ebyaseno biviiriddewa abantu ebyaseno tebibaddemu. This is PSG against Inter Milan. It's a Champions League. Allianz Arena. Baba.
Yeah. We are supporting us. Tujiwagira tukwenda Arsenal PSG kuba omuntu olwokubanga like there are some times whereby we have taken too many years without taking these trophies. Now it is hand in hand. We support each other. Let PSG take it.
Baba, ompira oguboyine. Bankobye mbwewo oluzungu saadi no turuida. Kati katwogera olusoga. Ompira oguboyine gujire gutya?
Ompira nguboyine bulungi mugatiibwa.
Ate tukagubona.
Ekiri ku nkola obubi, tiimu yange gye ndi kuwagira saadi no bagirimu amapeesa 2 n'edogoolo 2. Nze ng'owamaaniyo ate nga ndi kuwagira Inter. Ate nga Inter yantolera ku omusaada gwentayendera ku irala. Ate nga nali kuntwala ku interview saawa dino. Ndi kubonerera nga ekintu kirikola makulu saawa dino. Ayo okutwaliza awalala tulina isuubi kuba embeera Inter gye yatawo ku Arsenal. Nsuubira second half omupiira baida gutwala mu second half.
Aba Inter baida gutolayo.
Sure.
Oyo nakobye nti aba Inter baida gutolayo mu second half. It's the Champions League final in Allianz Arena. Of course, we know that PSG is leading, and if Inter Milan doesn't change the tactics, probably the game will be even worse. Probably shall see more goals coming in on the side of a PSG side. 24 years of age, that's their average, and of course a side, should I say, more experienced, because the average age of the players for Inter Milan is 30 against 24 years on average. So you look at age versus experience. Who will take the European night? It's fans with mics on the streets once again. It's halftime. Before you go?
Before you go. You know, for a final to be interesting, usually the fans usually like to, you know, view the penalty kickouts.
So you're seeing a penalty kick out?
It's what we are expecting. So I am very conversant and certain that Inter will come back and put a fight. Probably push it into extra. And for it to be more interesting, you know, we can see the penalty shots.
Okay. Let's wait and see what Simone Inzaghi has to do to make sure that Inter comes back in this game. It's halftime. We shall come back at the end to find out who is the new champion of Europe. Will it be Inter Milan or it will be... We come back at full time. Will it be Inter Milan or will it be the Parisians? We are out. "90 minutes of intense football, one-sided it should be called, because of course we didn't expect that it would be one-sided, but someone said football has lost, and indeed I want to agree with him. Football has lost because it was one-sided. Inter Milan has lost to PSG, and the Parisians are the new champions of Europe. I'm here with only fans, I think, of PSG and one football fan who says football has lost. But I'll start with the PSG fans. How do you feel?
Of course, I feel good. Yeah, I feel good because I expected it all.
You saw it coming?
I saw
Did
it.
you see the 5 goals coming?
I saw something like 4. So the 5th one was a surprise.
It was a big surprise.
Yeah, but it's not that much because I expected we should win this game. And that is it.
You said at halftime that football had lost. Do you still think football has lost after 5 goals?
It's a very dark night. I have no words actually. During halftime when I saw the 2 goals, yeah, I knew it was over. But 5 goals, that's too much. For a final, it's too much. So anyway, congratulations to PSG. At least I'm happy for them. The trophy, they've gotten their first Champions League trophy after investing a lot. And yeah, nothing to do. Can only be happy for them.
Kylian Mbappe left PSG to go to Real Madrid, hoping that they would win a Champions League with him. And of course, we've seen the likes of Lionel Messi, we've seen Neymar all leave Paris Saint-Germain, and finally these young boys come and run riot in Munich, and they are taking a trophy. And not just taking it, but 5 goals. 5 goals. What went wrong?
Well, this is a clear testament that you can as well get rid of what you love most, sacrifice it, and build around what you have left to get what you want. You see, Kylian Mbappe was a star, but I believe in one way or another he was derailing the team with that single man syndrome. So I think when they got rid of him, yeah, it is one of the things that the manager got right. Let go of your best player and build on what you have. The young boys, like I told you, I re-emphasize it at halftime. Those young boys are deadly. Of course, I didn't expect such an obscene scoreline. It is such a shame that we have a final ending with such a scoreline. But I supported PSG not because the team I like a lot, but because they have a similar title, Champions League drought like we do as Arsenal fans. So I maybe it's them today, and sometime maybe in June next year it will be Arsenal, you know. Yeah, so someone is saying no, but yeah, I know it will happen. So big congrats to them. They really played well. They dominated. That's not how I expected the final to pan out, but yeah, the game is there to be won. So if you go for it and make good use of your chances, yeah, you're up for it and you win.
Football has won or has lost?
It has won.
Football has won.
Yeah.
I just want to insist with you. Why do you think football has lost? Just one more last. What do you think football has lost tonight? Because you see, these young lads are 24 years old, just as is average, and they are running against men who are over 30 years old. Did you expect them to really have a very big battle?
Yeah, I expected a big battle because it was experience versus age. Yeah, because when you look at these Desire, Decore, and Bakola, they are young, they are talented, but then their football is, is still immature. So
someone will disagree with you that they managed to score 5 goals.
Yeah, it's a fact they managed to score 5 goals, but can they do it again?
That's a big question. We shall wait and see the next season. But before we go, who is your player of the night?
Desire Due. I think he did so well, setting up a goal and scoring too. I think in a Champions League final at the age of 19 is really outrageous. I don't know when I last saw such a performance in a Champions League final. I think he stands out for me.
Okay.
From the rest.
Who is your player of the night? Dembele. Osman Dembele. He didn't score tonight.
Yeah, but I just like the way his passes and everything, his energy in the match.
Someone watching there says that every time she's watching a French team, she sees only Hanks. I don't know why. Is it the same reason you're also giving? No. That because Osman Dembele is a Hank? Or?
No, I just like him. I like the way he plays.
Okay. Who's your player of the night? Your star player?
I'll agree with him. It was Desire. Yeah, he put up a good show. Yeah.
And if we have to give out tonight, the Europeans are going to give out. Of course, we know that there's one more accolade remaining, and that's the Ballon d'Or. Do we see someone from from PSG taking it, or now that probably you see, because everyone was thinking it's gonna be Yamal, but he's out, and now we have Desire coming and running riot in German.
Yeah, now I think I see most of the tournaments that are considered for that Ballon d'Or have, I think, all been played. So with Ousmane Dembele winning the Champions League trophy, and actually it's a treble. Apparently it's a treble. Yeah, and it being a French accolade, the Ballon d'Or is a French accolade. So I believe he has higher chances of winning because there is no international trophy to win in this period. So I don't think there's anyone who stands out better than him. So I think he was going to win it.
At 19, he might become the player of the year with the Ballon d'Or. But there's one thing that I want to ask you, because you see, the coach of PSG came out, Luis Enrique came out and said, people in Arsenal are calling their league potato league or a farmers league. Do you want to disagree now, or you still agree that it's a farmers league after winning the Champions League?
That's a hard question.
It's a hard one. Yeah. Do you still believe that the French league is a farmers league after winning the Champions League final?
Not sure.
It's hard. Well,
for that, it doesn't erase the fact that it's a farmers league, because pull PSG out of that league, and it is as good as championship. So I still stand by that. There are a few outstanding teams, but I think you saw how Olympique Lyonnais were humiliated by Manchester United. Yeah, it's just PSG standing out, and the rest of the teams are not as subpar.
Like he says, a team from the Farmers League are the new champions of Europe, and it's the final night of European football here in Germany, and they have won. They have beaten thoroughly, They have run amok. A team we expected to put up a spirited fight, but it didn't manage it. And PSG are the new champions of Europe. If football lives in your hearts like it does in ours, it's always Fans with Mics, where football meets the streets. Good night.